is it? Hello, Potter's Possum Paradise. Reggie Potter speaking. Hello. Oh, it's you. Look, I've told you already. I'll let you know. Next week, all right? What do you want, the skin off my back? Next week, I'll be in touch.
Settle down. Scotty, keep an eye on Fang for us, will you? I think he's a bit stroppy today. G'day, Reg. How are you, mate?
Not bad.
Got in early today. Found a new shortcut.
Look, I'm sorry, Barry. This could be the last lot I might buy off you.
Hey, that's a bit strong, Reg. Look, I know the last lot had a few tyre marks and that on them, but a man's got to take them wherever he can get them these days.
No, it's not the skins, Barry. It's the tax, this new goods and services tax they're bringing in. It's the last straw. I'll tell you, it's going to ruin my business. Ah, good one. The Australians want to buy me out, you know. Yeah, a couple of months' time, Barry, this could all be different. Can you imagine it? I mean, a mountain of tin is on the desk. Come on, Aussie, come on, posters all over the wall.
Hey, that's no good, Reg. Where would we sell our skins? Hey, what would the Aussies want with an outfit like this anyway?
They said something about exporting the meat to the States.
Wonder when the Yanks are going to wake up you don't get a 2-inch steak off a cow.
Right.
But, Reg, anyway, I thought these possum skin swimming togs of yours were supposed to be doing all right.
Oh, they are. Apparently there's more to this business than what you produce. I mean, look, you might look at these, Barry, because you've got a trained eye. You might look at these. You would see a thing of beauty, obviously. You'd see the beautiful colour, the subtle texture, the award-winning design, such as a mayor might advertise on television. Do you know what I see with GST coming in?
I'll go along with it. What?
I'll tell you what I see, Barry. I see more forms. I see more tax. I see more paperwork. I see the dreams of Potter's Possum Paradise crushed like bugs on the windscreen of life. I've had it, Barry.
Hey, you're getting a bit emotional there, pal. This GST's not all that bad, as a matter of fact. Remember young Herb, the brother-in-law?
Oh, yeah.
Well, he's with the tax department down Dannyvirk way or somewhere, and he was telling me about this GST the other day. He reckons there's nothing to it. It's a bit of cake. Look, I'll show you. See these skins here?
Yeah.
I've got some more on the ute, too. Well, when GST comes in, what I do is add 10%. It's $100 on that. That makes it 1,100. No problem, and you got it.
Right.
You need a GST number too. That's mine there. Look.
Oh, that's wonderful, Barry. I mean, that is truly wonderful. I'm going to love a business where you charge somebody $1,100 for $1,000 worth of skins. I mean, Monte Carlo, here I come.
Yeah, settle down, Reg, settle down. When you're in business, you don't have to pay it, not in the end. But there's one thing you've got to be really careful of with these things. Keep all your invoices. Do that, and you won't get caught by a short and curly question when GST comes in. Have you got any more of these around?
Yeah, there's some through in the office.
Let's go and sort this lot out, eh?
Right.
Shut up! This bastard Scotty playing around with that dog again.
Is he a cross?
No, he's a bit like that on Monday mornings, mate. OK, Reg, let's see if we can find any more of these invoices of yours, eh?
Right. Well, let's have a look. That's one.
Yeah, that goes on there.
Yeah, and that.
That.
And that.
Right. Now, these aren't all your records, are they? Like, you'd be able to tell us what you paid out over the last couple of months, wouldn't you?
I didn't develop Potter's Possum Paradise to the stage it is today without keeping records, Barry. You tell me what it is you want to know, I'll find the details in a jiffy. OK, well, let's go through your check butts, eh? OK.
For the last 2 months. Now, Herb reckons this 2-month thing's very important. You've got to get that fixed in your head. You don't want any of this stuff. Read out those butts to us, Reg.
Well, there's the skins, of course. That's a major item. Apart from your own, that was 27,000.
Skins?
Yeah.
27,000. Got it. What next?
Advertising. Yeah. We were going up market, you know. The trend is to love this gear. Pair of Possum shorts, a Life Be In It T-shirt, and you're on the cover of Metro before you can say Tim Shannon.
Yeah, but what did it cost you, mate?
5,000. It's not cheap going up market.
Doesn't look like it. What's after that?
Staff wages, 8,000.
Wages?
Can't say I'm not generous.
Right, what's next? 8,000 for wages.
Well, it's my own money, of course, Barry. I took my usual $2,000.
Reg Potter, $2,000, OK.
$2,000 for the loan on the extension.
Loan repayment? 2,000.
Amazing how that keeps coming round.
Sure is, mate.
And $800, Barry, for the electricity bill that I paid.
Electricity?
Yeah.
$800, yeah.
Oh, new fridge. Nearly forgot it.
Fridge?
$1,200.
$1,200 for a fridge, right.
And that's it.
What about the stuff on the spike there, Reg? You've forgotten about that.
Oh, yeah, we need that too, of course.
Too right you do, mate.
Right, well, let's have a look. Yes, there's the new electricity bill down a bit. $600.
Electricity 600, yeah.
Oh, here's a big one. No, the rats, yeah. $400 for the rats.
Rats, hey, Reg, you've got to be making some pretty small swimming togs if you're using rat skins, mate.
I'm not buying them, I'm killing them, Barry. Exterminators, my dear boy, exterminators.
Oh, I get it, I get it. Right, how much was that?
$400. Here's a
else you
big
got?
one. Yeah, the new sewing machine. $6,000.
Sewing machine?
Now you know why I'm not keen on all these new expenses.
6,000, that it?
No, there's yourself, of course. Crump Corporation, $1,000 so far. That's it, Barry.
Well, if that's it, it was easier out than your two front teeth, wasn't it, mate?
Hardly makes me feel any perkier, does it? I mean, what's GST going to do to that lot?
Well, thanks to the miracle of television, I can show you, mate. Right, let's start with the skins you bought. They were 27,000. With GST, that'd have cost you 10% more, or 29,700. And you just have to add another column to keep track of the GST you've paid. 2,700, do you get it?
Yeah.
Then there's your advertising. This time it was 5,000. With GST, it would have been 5,500. And once again, you'd put the extra 5 in the GST column. Now, that's easy enough, isn't it?
I'm getting it.
Now there's your wages. They are 8,000, but there's no GST on wages. We leave them out. Forget them. It's the same with your own wages, your drawings, 2,000. No GST, so we don't worry about them here either. Now, loan repayment, that's another 2,000, but it doesn't rate GST either, so out it goes. But that new fridge you bought, you pay GST on that, of course. Was 1,200, goes to 1,320 with 120 of GST. But Reg, me old mate, that wasn't for the business, was it?
Well, no, actually, it was for the house, Barry.
Well, it's all business here, Cobber. We can get rid of that one too. And talking of business, what's the story with these two power bills we've got here? The first we got from your checkbook, right?
Yeah, right. Now, that was when I paid for the 2 months before this latest period.
Well, it's not the old bills you've been settling that we want to know about at this stage. You'll have claimed on them already. What counts now are the costs you're actually running up in this 2 months.
Got it. So, we're looking at the 600 one that's just come in then?
Right.
Yeah.
And that'd go to 660, wouldn't it? With the extra 60 off to one side. And from now on, it's all plain sailing. Your Ratus bill, that'd go up from 400 to 440 with 40 bucks for GST. And here's a good one, my own bill. We all know about that, 1,100 all up with the 100 out to the side. What's left now? Just that sewing machine, isn't it?
Yeah, capital purchase, that, all good investment too.
Sure it is, and you'd be paying GST just the same. But that'd take it from 6,000 to 6,600 with the 600 GST. Now there we are, let's tidy this little lot up. The last job, add them all up. Total purchases, 44,000 with GST paid of 4,000. Now for a man of your intelligence, Reg, you could add that up while you were rolling a smoke now, couldn't you?
Oh, I can add it up all right. I mean, I can see this $4,000 odd rolling out of here every 2 months. Aussies, it's all yours, you can have it. When I think of what GST is going to drag from the once vibrant body of Potter's Possum Paradise, I could cry, Barry.
Settle down, Reg, it's not that bad. As a matter of fact, there's another side to this story. Now, you're in this business to make money, aren't you?
Oh, well, as strange as it may seem, judging by these figures, that was my original intention, yes.
Well, it still is, mate. Now, let's just trickle across to the selling side of this outfit. I want to show you something over here. Scotty, can you bring the eat round the front, mate? And keep that bloomin' dog off the seats, will you?
How many car seats is he today?
Oh, only a couple lately. He hasn't been working.
Here we are, Barry. The boom beachwear of the 80s. Warms the parts the others only touch.
Hey, mate, I'm used to nature and the raw, but these are a bit strong, aren't they?
No, fully cured. No worries about the smell. If we can get these going this summer, we'll have the kiwi fruit farmers begging the possums to come down and nest in the branches. Tell you, when the Japanese get into these, it's farewell to your sheepskin slippers. Eh?
Be warm for winter swims, anyway.
This is the winner's circle in the Ellerslie of life, Barry. Well, it was, until your friendly little 10% GST came along. Now I'm going to have to rethink all my margins. Imagine the work involved in repricing all this lot.
Hey, there's nothing to it, mate. It's no harder than doing my skin. Now, look at this here. 120. We add 10% onto that, right?
Right.
That makes it 1, 3, 2. What's wrong with that? And this one, excuse me, madam. 190. 10% onto that makes 209. and you got it.
Oh, well, I'm glad to see adding 10% on everything we're selling as well as everything we're buying. What about this cash register, Barry? I mean, these don't fall off the backs of the lorries, you know. Well, this one did. There's a little dent at the back here, but I'm very fond of the beauty. I mean, can this handle GST, or am I going to be forced to buy a new one before next October, of course?
You won't have to change a thing, mate. You can tot up what that rings up every day, can't you?
Yeah.
It's sweet as a nut. Hey, what about all these boxes and cartons you got around here, mate?
You spotted it, mate, Barry. My wholesale deliveries, the backbone of the business. I mean, we stand or fall by those.
Where this off to Christchurch, eh? That ought to keep them warm in the Avon. Where's the invoice on this? Here, Reg, have a look at this, mate. Now, come next October, this is what it's going to be like. Here's your GST number, right?
Yep.
Stick that up there. Now, you add your 10%. GST, that's 2040, right?
Yeah.
What does that make it, Reg?
22,440, Barry.
22,440, and that's what you got.
Right. Ah, that's an extra $2,000 coming in.
That's what I've been trying to tell you, mate.
I like it. Give me a marker, Barry. There's another $1,100 with this little export bundle.
Sorry, pal. No GST on exports.
I might have guessed.
But if they take off, and export's your main business, give Herb and the boys at the tax department a ring. They'll sort it out for you, no trouble at all, mate.
Right, I'll drop that one for the moment. But tell me, Barry, if my customers are paying an extra 10% on everything that's going out from here, and I'm paying an extra 10% on everything that's coming in, aren't we just about back where we started?
Well, don't tell Herb and the boys, mate, but if you ask me, you're better off. Now, if you're making a profit, it means that you're hanging on to his money and his mate's money for no extra cost for 2 months.
It's a thought.
Yeah.
It's a
Good
thought.
one.
Yeah.
Hey, come over to the office. I think you're starting to get the message here, mate.
Massive jaws.
Yeah, that bloomin' dog doesn't look too good either, mate. Now, Reg, remember this is what you would have paid out in GST over the last couple of months, right?
How could I forget?
Now, this is the other side of the coin, mate. Have you got your sales invoice book there?
Right here, Barry.
What does it tell us for the last 2 months?
Last 2 months, I've invoiced for a total of $51,000.
51 grand, right. What about your cash sales? What does that say?
Cash sales, they come to $8,000.
8,000 for cash sales, right. Now, how did that trial shipping to the Japs go again?
All right, 11,200. Not bad, eh?
11,200, right. That gives us a grand total of 70,200.
Right.
Got it?
Yeah.
Now, let's just take a look what's going to happen next October. 10% onto 51,000, 56,100.
Gotcha.
10% onto 8,000, 88.
Plain sailing.
That gives you 64,900, right? We don't want any of this export stuff, you see. We decided to chuck that out. It's only in the road anyway.
Yeah, no GST on export.
No, it doesn't count. Now, to get the GST on 64,900, which is the total of this, we divide by...
What did Herb say we divide by?
He reckoned 11, but it didn't sound right to me.
Let's have a look at what we worked out before. 4,000 goes into
Yeah.
44,000 11 times.
11 times.
He's right.
So what we've got to do is divide 64,900
By 11.
by 11, and that equals 5,900.
Is that what I have to pay to Herb and his mates?
No way, mate. You've already paid this 4,000. We've got to take that off.
Of course.
So that leaves us with $1,900.
Well, is that all I've got to do?
That's all you got to do, mate, except you've got to write out the cheque and send it in with your return.
Well, that's not such a problem, Barry.
Oh, I've had a bit of trouble with that one, mate.
You're forgetting something, Barry. With GST, you've got money coming in all the time. It's an ongoing situation. And here it is. Now, let me show you how it works, Barry. It's amazing what you learn on these trading films. Now, for the last 2 months, there's the GST we've taken in, $5,900. But we take off that, the GST on the skins, which is $2,700. We also take off all our other expenses, the GST on the rats, advertising, electricity, your good self, and my machine, which leaves us with a total of $1,900, right?
Yep.
Now, that will cover my cheque for the tax, which we send to the taxman.
You got it right, mate. I knew you'd pick it up. It wasn't that complicated, was it?
No.
Tell you what, though, Herb reckons it's real important to remember this. You've got to keep your invoices, mate, otherwise you can't claim on them.
I've got you, Barry.
That's
I've
all.
cracked it. I've cracked it. Forget about the Australians. Potter's Possum Paradise is back on the right trail, Barry.
Good one, Reg. Well, I think I better hit the trail too. Scotty and I are going to have a brew up the track.
Tell me, where did you really learn about all this GST?
Actually, I picked it up out of a bully beast.